Okay, so my presentation is over the athletics at Max Creek Schools for the this past school year. So let's go back to last school year because that's the last year we had baseball and track. So with baseball, we started off with 15 total players. They had a 12-16 record. So obviously that's not what we're looking for record wise, but they played a lot of tougher competition. So obviously their schedule or their record is going to struggle a little bit. But they did pick it up towards the end of the year. They actually won their district championship against Hermitage, and then they went on in the sectional game to face New Covenant, who actually made it to the state championship game and lost in a close one there. So our boys had a real good chance toward the end of the year. And then we also finished with 3 all-district players and 3 seniors are all-district players. One was a shortstop, one was a catcher, one was a pitcher. And then our 3 seniors, one was shortstop, one played a little bit third/second base or so, and then the other one was a pitcher. And then with track, we only had 7 total players come out or runners come out. One of those runners actually went to state in the 100 meter, and that was our bright side with track right there. For softball, so let's move on to this school year. Softball, we finished with a 14-17 record, or a 4-17 record. Sorry, we had, like it says right here, we have 0 total seniors. So 0 seniors means there's just so much room to improve. We had 3 all-district selections. One of those was at third base, which is a sophomore. One was a catcher as a freshman, and the other one was a shortstop as she's a junior. So obviously there's room to improve. All those players that are already good have time to even get better, and then everybody else that had varsity minutes, varsity time gets a room to improve as well. For our winter sports, we just have boys basketball and girls basketball. So our boys basketball, they finished with the 13-14 record. They got consolation in the Tipton tournament. They got third place in the Skyline tournament, and they actually got first place for the second year in a row in the Osceola tournament, upsetting a few teams. They started off the season with 12 total players. They just finished with 10. One quit shortly after the beginning of the season. One quit towards the end just because based on playing time. Another thing is they had 4 all-district selections. One other individuals was first team, and that individual also surpassed 1,000 points this year. And the other 3 were all honorable mention players. They had 4 seniors, and 2 of those seniors were starters as well. Now for girls basketball, record-wise, this is our best record we had all year. They finished 19-7. Like softball, they also had 0 seniors, so obviously that record just has more room to improve as years go by. They finished third place in the Hermitage tournament, and just like the boys, they also finished first place in the Osceola tournament. Like I just said, there's just room to improve with no seniors being there, so they have all varsity minutes, varsity talent. So I can see a lot of improvement upon this, maybe even a district championship or farther, if so. They had 3 all-district selections. One was a first-team player, one was a second-team player, and one was an honorable mention player. Now, to move on to this year, for baseball and track, we had baseball-wise, we changed that to 12 now. We now have 12 total players that are coming out, and 4 of those players are seniors. So I mean, there's room right there. 2 returners are district players, so the catcher and the pitcher. The catcher and the pitcher from the year before are both coming out still, so that's good news. Just to recap a little bit from last year, and then track, we have 7 athletes again this year, and a state medalist is returner. It's just his junior year now, so hopefully he'll add another state medalist to his belt, and hopefully somebody else will join the trip to Jeff City or wherever it may be again this year. So overall, record-wise, we struggled a little bit, but towards the end of the year, district time, stuff like that, we had some people really step up. So record-wise, I can only see us to improve, especially with the girls' sports, just because we had 0 seniors. And then for basketball, baseball, track, I just want to see our numbers improve a little bit. And then also just record-wise, get a little better year after year after year. So that's all I have. Thank you.